This is Sabine, the Liberty Belle, from Duramen Rose. "I have two babies," said Sabine, "one boy and one girl, though they would not like being called babies any more." She laughed at that, laughed too loud, as she often did at her own jokes. I smiled in return, but her laugh always made me sad, though I had never told her so. Sabine was the madam of our Liberty Bell, the brothel in which we enlisted men sought out comfort and release. It was a noisy and untidy place, noisy and untidy in the best of all ways, with music and singing and half-undressed women, and everyone hiding their pain with their own lame jokes and too loud laughs. Sabine had lilac eyes, black hair, cut short, and olive skin which she tried to hide under a dusting of white powder. I do not know where she came from originally. It was something she would never reveal. But her children, she said, were far to the south in a church school, kept safe, kept pure, and free, or at least as free as one can be under the leash of nuns and priests. She had not seen them face to face in almost a year, and I suppose that was why she treated me as she did, not as a soldier, or even a man, never letting me go upstairs to sleep with her girls, not even once. Because, as she said, I was just a kid. She saw that right from the start, guessed my real age straight to the mark, as no one else could, and she led me by the hand, but not up the stairs or into her bed, no. Instead, she took me into her kitchen, where I could be fed. She sat me at the narrow table, gave me soup and watered wine, and sweet buttered bread, served it in a chipped china bowl and in a dented tin cup. Then she grilled me like a cod over the slow fire of her probing words, made me sweat until she knew all my secrets, every single one, from my first lie to my most recent. And by God, what an odd sort of confession that was. But she gave me absolution, saying without laughing, "You are a good boy, Duramen Rose," pinched my cheeks, and kissed me on the lips like my aunt. Then she laid down her rules, simple and plain, saying, "This is your house and your home, for now and whenever you are in need." And I confess I needed it often, and so did she, I think, needed me to be there in her kitchen, a son of sorts, to comfort, feed, and to protect. She did it as much for her own sake as for mine, though both of us knew, even from the first night, the war would always be too close, waiting and pulling, and I would not be a boy much longer. My innocence was already peeling away, shredding like dead skin, though I would probably never be a man, not a whole man at least. But Sabine's soup was always good, and at least for a few hours at a time, she kept me safe and made me feel intact.